Right now, there are 7 billion people on Earth, and 2.5 of them are online. 34% of the world's entire population is on the internet, and the global time spent online per month is equivalent to 3.9 million years. The internet has been a tool for humans to connect with each other. Expose news from around the world to create social movements, and get music around the world for millions, billions to watch.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
The internet is an excellent resource, and we should get the best out of it because unfortunately, the governments in United Arab Emirates, Burma, Iran, and a few other countries restrict what people living there can access on the internet.
Right around when I was going to college, we were using something called BBSs, like bulletin board systems. It was like in the very early days. Every night somebody would dial up another BBS, download all the email, and then like a couple hours later somebody else would download it and get all the email, so that all of like our email and stuff was transferred through this very like dial-up time delay system.
What do you do for a living?
I run Tech Liminal, which is a technology hotspot and salon in downtown Oakland.
What has technology done for you?
It's helped me form a career, so that's what I do. I develop websites and applications, and I teach people how to use the internet. It's been a source of research, of information. I've made lots of connections with people.
We are looking to meet the millennials. First of all, who or what is a millennial?
They're really a different breed, Richard.
They're members of the generation born after 1980 who came of age in the new millennium. Millennials embrace technology and tend to be confident and expressive.
This is Ryan Higa logging in day 3. This is less than a week until the world ends, and I'm here recording every single event happening.
What are you doing in my closet?
Oh.
Get out!
Yep, you're right.
A generation too busy trying to get noticed on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter to actually accomplish anything of real, lasting value.
And what do you want?
Millennials, you are entitled and lazy and just not fit to live.
How much time do you spend on the internet a day?
Wow, I would say I probably spend off and on probably 12 to 16 hours a day. I mean, not constantly, but like when I'm at work, I'm online from whatever 9 to 7. But I definitely find myself spending a lot of time just kind of clicking on Facebook or Twitter, refreshing to see if anything is going on. And I definitely notice that I'm so dependent on it now.
What is an impact on your brain?
Well, I think that for me, the biggest thing is like I don't have to remember anything. So it's like, oh, you know, I could memorize how to get to this person's house, or I could just use Google Maps. I could memorize this recipe, or I could just look it up again. I could memorize your phone number, but oh look, it's right there on my phone. So I think it's removing our need to remember things.
According to the LA Times, young people spend 7 hours and 38 minutes a day on technology. What do you do?
Our research deals with multitasking, emotions, and social networking.
What have you researched?
One of the most recent studies that we've run is testing the multitasking as a trait on writing quality. We specifically are looking at media multitasking as well, which would be different from multitasking. Like if you're on a treadmill and you're reading, we don't consider that media multitasking because those are two separate things that aren't interfering with each other. But media multitasking, it's important to make that distinction because we're looking at things that are sort of streams of information that are going into your brain at the same time, arguing for the same resources of your attention and your cognition.
Why is not multitasking with media important?
The reason that's so important, especially to tweens and teenagers, is their brain is still developing. So it's sort of, we forget about this and we think like everybody's brains are the same, but they're not. And one of the really important parts of the developing teenage brain is the prefrontal cortex. So that area of your brain is responsible for you not being so impetuous or just, impulse control. So if you haven't developed that impulse control, then later in life it's more difficult for your brain to kind of catch up with everybody else. And the thing is, with you guys, you're what are called digital natives. You were born and the internet was already there, and it's sort of like you guys just sailed right into it. The one problem is it was a little too easy, and now it's just like you're texting all the time.
What should we do?
Before you go online, think about it. Why are you doing this? What do you want to get out of this? Is it making your life better? Then you might find yourself going online less often, and then doing all that other stuff that makes your life healthier, like face-to-face communication and actually getting out and doing things. So one of the things I would say is, and this is not going to be popular, is to put down your device and talk to your friends.
Why? Because Nicholas Carr says, what the net seems to be doing is chipping away our capacity for concentration and contemplation. And Margaret Wheatley says, more than just creating distraction, our growing addiction to the internet is impairing precious human capacities such as memory, concentration, pattern recognition, and intimacy.
You're never going to go work at a job and they're going to be like, oh my god, you have so many pictures on your Facebook wall, like you must have really lived your life.